We're going to do the back and forth here until we get the headsets up.
All right.
I'm with you, believe me. 1 2 1 2 1 2 test 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. I think we're all set.
You want to go?
Red light, so John said he's going to start. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Dan Sylvester Gym in West Warwick, where tonight we're in for a wild ride. The Pilgrim Patriots and the West Warwick Wizards are about to do basketball battle. With Rich Screnier, I'm John Parenti, and a lot of people around between West Warwick High School, Wizards TV, and I-105.5 and 1450 AM. But you know what, Rich? It's basketball. We're ready. We're ready to call a game. Let's do it.
I'm going to keep my focus straight on the court because if I look to my left or right, I may suffer from some anxiety because I do get anxiety.
Wizards come in 2-2. Pilgrim comes in 1-3, and both teams struggling a little bit.
Well, both teams, I don't know if they've found their identity yet. I would expect a team coached by Sean Hensler to be defense in nature, where they'll work things in transition. And for West Warwick, they definitely have the potential to score a lot of points. And defensively, they certainly have picked up the slack, but they have been snake bit in the last couple of games, losing a couple of real close games.
No starting introductions tonight. Where is Greg Gonzalez?
You know, I think Greg is probably doing his due diligence, and he's at the West Warwick School Committee meeting right now.
West Warwick comes out with Derek Petrarca, DeAndre Chase, Brady Maeli, Quinn Kordick, and Nate Vanas will jump for the Wizards in their home white uniforms, orange and black trim. Pilgrim in their road blacks with white. DJ Salita was their guy. We're going to talk about him a lot. Colby Barker will jump in. The tap falls to the floor and is controlled by Maeli in the backcourt. Quinn Kordick runs the offense. Hands it off to Petrarca. Pilgrim looks like they go man-to-man for a strip down. Petrarca to the right wing. Dishes the pass down low to DeAndre. Lays it out. Nice pass interiorly. Shot was missed. DeAndre got the rebound and the shot partially deflected. Comes back out for a three by Maeli. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Dan Hallowell of the Pilgrim Patriots. We'll set up their five for you in a moment. Into the corner it goes. Swinging it back around to the left side. Dan Hallowell moves the ball across. Salito had it for a touchdown. A three-point try is up and good by Steve Sullier. 3-0 Pilgrim.
You know, John, offensively for West Warwick, I think DeAndre Chase has to become a little more selfish. The last 2 games ago, he was really good passing. He passed up a good shot early on. They're going to need him offensively if they're going to beat Pilgrim tonight.
Petrarca calls the offense. Again, Pilgrim staying man-to-man. A lot of cuts and picks down low. Still comes out to Petrarca from the wing right. Deposits it off to Vanas into the corner of Maeli. Starts his drive. Had his pass blocked away. Here comes Barker. Wants to go coast to coast. Had it stripped away. Petrarca comes away with the ball. Behind the back dribble, brings it off to the left side. Chase, 15-footer, no. Vanas has the rebound, hooks it over the pass to Petrarca for 2.
Nice little shot by Derek, that little floater. Hopefully he'll gain some confidence. He had a rough night shooting against North Providence.
You know, I just realized until we get our radio feed ready, you and I could treat this like a television broadcast.
Yeah, I know, that's what I was waiting for. But it's tough.
It took me 1 minute and 48 seconds to figure that out. I guess that's like 2 seconds per year of my life to figure it out.
I was actually, I wanted to mention something early on with the, again, being repetitive, DeAndre Chase making up a pass to Nate Vanas when he had a wide open layup.
Retrieved by Salito. You must have played him last year, Rich.
No, we didn't play Pilgrim last year.
When was the little 2-point? Did you have a 2-point game with them?
Yeah, we beat them junior year of the Weeks boy.
Big guy takes down the board. They're going to have to find a way to get Colby Barker off the boards. Nice dish. They're going to take it away, and they're going to call a travel on Mark Woods.
Well, West Warwick got lucky on that one because they got beat on transition. And as I said earlier, Hence's coach team will play offense through their defense. West Warwick's got to get back in transition.
Cordick called out to the wing left. Violator Petrarca won't go. The rebound taken care of by Pilgrim. They have swept the defensive board clean early.
Transition again. Look at Pilgrim.
Solito, smallest guy on the floor in the black uniforms, but their leading scorer at 17 plus.
Again, that was a time where West Warwick cannot allow them to easily get to the basket. They've got to be able to close them out on the perimeter so there's no dribble penetration.
Solito came in unofficially at 17.3 points per game. Hits his first. That game you had with them, I guess, a couple of years ago was a classic.
Well, that was the game where our big man actually, ended up getting one up on Ty Weeks. It was Jakai Rose. He had a fabulous night.
Pilgrim with some tall timber with Woods and Barker down low. That's Woods, a nice feed. Good defensive play by Cordick.
We got away with one. The give and go. We got caught peeking.
Petrarca, nice dish to the high post. The layup won't go for Fanas. Good hustle by Chase and Woods on the floor. David O'Connor will give the ball to the Wizards.
David O'Connor, former Wizard, great running back. So I'm glad he gave it to the Wizards just then.
Better pitcher.
David, no, his son was a better pitcher, Kyle.
Well, the son was a better pitcher than the father was. I think we can both agree on that. Wizards down by 2 early. Chase, nothing. Maeli, no. Rebound to the Wizards.
I'll tell you, they ran a little flex offense. But again, Chase, nice unselfish pass. Maeli just couldn't drop it down. It looks like coach is going to run his tee out of bounds. Look for Petrarca to set a real hard screen of Vanas to get a layup right now.
You learned that from you?
Right there.
You got this, Sergeant Black?
Cordick.
I'm trying to run a wire underneath it to keep it propped up.
Some hand checking down low. Now Cordick wants to run another play. Maeli looking to get untracked. Now Chase barrels in. No. I think David called a held ball. It's going to go to Pilgrim.
But I'm glad to see DeAndre go after the basket. Got to try to get these Patriots in foul trouble. DeAndre's had a good year from the foul line. Sooner or later, he'll get some foul shots.
Still a 2-point game. We're halfway through the first quarter. Sulier has the 3.
Correct. Defense by Petrarca.
Right
on it.
Good pass to Chase. Cordick pulls the trigger. No. 3-point offense non-existent so far for West Warwick. Sulier's fouled.
Petrarca, back-to-back times, good defense on this end over here. Both teams are struggling offensively. But, Pilgrim is at least getting to the foul line. Hopefully we'll see West Warwick get to the foul line.
You talk about Derek Petrarca's hands. His dad, Mike, had incredible hands.
Good infielder.
Real good infielder.
So Sulier will go for a couple.
Yep, it's all the way up.
No one's getting a kind roll. Nobody.
Well, you look at these foul shooters. One thing that would pain me as a coach, stay on the line. And on his first shot, he headed backwards.
Rarely do you see players keeping their feet firm and planted during foul shots. Here's one our way, stolen back by Kordick. Maeli, fake, drives, dumps, chase, it falls.
That was a nice drive to the basket, but how about a great no call by Fred Habon? That was 100% the right way to view that. We don't give referees a lot of credit, but that was a great no call.
Woods up high, comes around to Salido, picked up by Maeli. That three won't fall. Foul to be charged with the pass right here.
Well, right now it's a tough one to watch, John. And I know these fans can't wait to see a couple of balls just drop. West Warwick may start to do some more isolation because Pilgrim's doing a good job of stuffing the lane.
They got that tall tree or two back there. That'll help a lot. When you're 6'5", 6'4" up front, Chase challenges and misses. Rebound to Suya. Salido surveys, looks for Woods, instead trumps the triple. No, won't go.
You want me to try to grab him?
Rich wanted the travels, not going to get it. Barker was fouled.
Well, if we had replay, we would see that he definitely moved and shuffled his feet before he made that move. You're not going to pick up everything, though. Now let's see what we do on this zone play over here.
Jaden Whedon, the sophomore, comes in. He stands about 6'3", 6'4". All kinds of size.
Headphone jack with my headphone jack, and I should be able to hear what.
Barker, no. Offensive rebound by Soulier. Barker handles the ball pretty well. Salido for three, Soulier for three, no. And Kordick's got the rebound.
Be nice to get a transition basket.
Miley thought about launching another triple. Instead, they'll move it out. Fadas to Chase. Pickpocketed, now a foul on DeAndre.
That was a frustration foul. I mean, he got his pocket picked and he reached in. You don't want to see your big guy make a foul from 80 feet away, especially out of frustration. Just there's too many guys are like standing around from West Warwick. I'd like to see them move a little more without the ball.
Sandy Cintron is in the game. I think Greg went to the bench again to get Miguel Villan in. Barker thought about it. Nice little switch. We're going to have a foul away from the ball. No, 3 seconds. We played 6 minutes and 13 seconds. We had a total of 8 points in the game.
You know, this would frustrate me if I was sitting on the bench.
Frustrating you now.
Oh, yes, it is. Because if Coach Hensler is a defensive coach, I always went with the Coach Sylvester way. I like offense. Beat a team 72-66 any day of the week.
Nice defensive play. This is going to go offensive. That's a good call. Salido gets called, and guess who draws it?
Quinn Kordick again? Yeah. Quinn just averages over one pickup a game, and he continues that. I just feel bad for Quinn. Coach he had last year would reward him with those Dunkin' Donut cards. I don't know if his coach is rewarding him with that this year.
Coach this year gives him a place to sleep, doesn't he?
I guess that's okay.
Quinn surveys. Drew a mismatch. Nothing doing there for Villat. Soulier finds Hallowell. Woods had nothing. Good spin move by Hallowell. No, won't go. David O'Connor, very, very tough on the call there. A very quick held ball.
I'll tell you, John, the way this game is being played right now, we may have to go to a shootout. I wonder who will be best at penalty kicks. That's how little scoring we're getting, people.
Been a lot of description for 8 points. I'm glad it's not like piecework. 3 ball. Yes, finally fell for Kordick. Wizards are up by 3 runs.
Come on, defense.
Barker, nothing.
Come on.
Oh my God.
Steal by Maeli. I think we'll be joining our radio crew in a moment. David Warwick's getting all excited over here. We may have our simulcast finally underway. Kordick finagles to the hash mark and beyond. The little floating 14-footer won't go. That's the end of the quarter.
Well, but believe it or not, I would have liked to see Quinn just work it down to 2 seconds and take the top of the key shot, because his defender was playing behind the arc, and Quinn is very good from the arc. Are we on the radio yet?
Nothing there yet.
What I liked, I'll tell you, and it's not that Pilgrim's scoring a lot of points, but West Warwick switched from a man to that zone, and Pilgrim had difficulty moving against that. So that was a good move by Coach Kordick. Let's see if he sticks with it. But again, more transition baskets, and if Pilgrim's going to keep playing that tough man, got to get more movement or maybe some isolation on one side of the floor.
Is the ability to fire the 3-ball as quickly as the Wizards have an effort to get Woods and Barker out to defend somebody in that man-to-man?
It all depends on the sets that you run. I know Coach Kordick has a couple of high sets where he'll set double screens for, but when you're facing man-to-man, you really got to attack that paint. Draw the defense in, then kick it out. Something that DeAndre Chase did twice early in the game. One to Brady Maeli, it just went in and out, and another time to Quinn Kordick. So you want to draw that defense in and then kick the ball back out. I just hope we see some more scoring in the second quarter.
So Kordick brings out his son Quinn, Brady Maeli, Sandy Cintron, Carl Swanson's going to get some time, and Velat. Barker will inbound to Salido, and here we go again. Barker, Salido, Soulier. Woods is down for now. Hallowell's still in there. And Whedon, who just got a touch. They look to Whedon. Kind of a modified alley-oop, and the shot blocked as Clifton missed. Swanson's got some ups.
He's actually, at the games that I've watched him, he's had some good minutes for Coach Kordick.
There's the alley-oop to Whedon. He can too.
Beautiful double screen on the backside.
1 point game. There's the deposit. Swanson, the interior pass won't go. Woods, Barker's got the rebound.
No, I'm hearing the ad. I turned down.
Salido into the corner. Barker, 3-ball.
Better get out on those shooters, John. You're in a zone for a reason. Clog up the middle, but you got to go out there and contest.
Kordick again surveys. Cintron thought about it. Didn't want it. Kordick, downtown Arctic. Wizards by 1. Barker, no, won't go. Nice little fake though. Somebody grabbed the basketball. Look at Whedon jump. And look at the Patriots fight for the ball. Barker dumps it off. But Barker did the same thing. Passed up a 5-footer for a 3-footer.
Before that call, there was a lot going on inside the paint. A lot of pushing, a lot of bodies over bodies.
Remind me to talk to you about that. First time we get a chance to break. Maeli's got the ball. Wizards control.
There's little bubbles.
Pilgrim went zone. That won't fall for Cintron. Soulier, no. Kordick, no, that won't go either. Barker the rebound. Soulier. to Barker. Toledo controls.
Warwick's back in the man-to-man, John. Little pick and roll.
Whedon got free. Nobody saw him. Barker misses.
He didn't even look for him. He had him wide open for a layup. That's a nice little call-up. If you're going to call the guy up, you should be looking for him when you're dribbling around him. He was wide open on that pick and roll.
Rich, I'm finding that these games run quicker because not as many fouls are being called collectively.
Again, as long as you get consistency and the game is under control, tempers are kept to a low, it's okay. Personally, though, now that was a nice job by the senior just then. I see some contact early on. I want to see the early foul so it doesn't turn into, some pushing and shoving in the second half.
Gordon laid it in. Swanson took a bus on the way there, though. Just saying.
Well, Cordick's about to get the old-fashioned three-point play. He's got 8 points already. He's got 8 of their 12. You can't teach senior leadership. Yes.
9 for Quinn. Wizards with their biggest lead of the evening at 4. And another sub or two come into the ballgame. Woods is back for the Patriots. Now they get all the tall timber. Whedon, Woods, and Barker. Sean Hensler goes with his big guys. The other two are Salido and Soulier. Nearly broken up by Velat. And another whistle.
Yeah, Jaden Whedon wide open again underneath. When Coach Hensler looks at the video, he's going to turn to his players and say, why aren't you feeding him? We'll take the 2 points. It's good that this is a good time for Quinn Cordick to get about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, just to get some water in him. Because he worked really hard in the first quarter and early in the second.
Whedon ties up a lot.
Yes.
Cintron got it by Salido.
See how they're just standing around too much? You got to move without the ball. Got to move out, constant movement. And even though it may not be part of the offense, if you see that your guard is in trouble, come up and set a screen.
Both Lenahan and Swanson were down to the below blocks, basically not doing very much except hoping they get the ball.
Yeah, either one of them. Or why don't you come flash up and get open?
Kind of like a 1-4 look this time offensively for the Wizards. Good thought there by Petrarca, and a travel called on Swanson.
I'll tell you, that was a good pass by Derek. He threaded the needle, but Kyle, when he received it, he brought the ball down. If he had kept it up, he may have had a shot. At that.
I'm waiting for that one play where Derek Petrarca guards either Barker or Woods. Kind of a Martin Chef thing. This time it's Salido, and he got fouled.
Got to get low on defense. Derek's going to be mad at himself for that one. You cannot allow someone to penetrate the paint like that.
Wizards have not allowed Pilgrim to go into double figures 12 minutes into the ball game. I guess that's a positive way of putting it on the Wizards' defense.
Well, the other thing is most of the points Pilgrim's getting is right from the charity stripe.
If you're Sean Hensler, do you try to work the ball down low and let the big guys do their thing?
Well, I'll tell you, I like what Pilgrim's doing. When West Warwick's playing man, they are attacking the basket. It's just that when West Warwick's collapsing on them, Pilgrim should be looking for the open man.
Salido, after all that trouble down low, cleans it out. Woods is asking for a pick. Soulier, air ball. Maeli downtown. No. Salido's got the board. Nothing for Holloway there. Nothing for Woods there.
foul that second shot. I know they didn't score, but we should have got the rebound on that.
The deposit to Vanas. Whedon watching. 5-second call.
Again, John, it's really stagnant right now. You know, you can't just hold on to the ball. That's what coach is going to do. I really think he's going to do more of an isolation, though. Get some of the Pilgrim players out of there, run some isolation, play a 2-on-2 game.
3:15 left to play. DJ Solito. Back up top to Woods. Solito took Petrarca.
I see Spot, Copycat, Fagan. Hey, this is the computer at the studio.
Who's that going to be on down there?
It's staying consistent, John. Pilgrim's back on the foul line. And how are they getting to the foul line? They're drilling it into the paint. And the one time Quinn Cordick drove, he got to the foul line.
The senior Hallowell, his first point. Pilgrim now down by a deuce.
He's got beautiful shooting form. I was watching him shoot before the game. Before this night's over, we'll see him knock down a couple of threes.
Good professional jinx there, Grenier.
Well, I said threes, not foul shots.
Still a 2-point lead. Manas Petrarca on the exchange. Should that have been called a kick? I think so. Ball don't lie. Wizards have the rebound. They look for Lenahan. Petrarca the 3-ball. Nope. Rebound Isaiah Price. Petrarca on Solito, and a carry is called by Dave O'Connor. Good call.
Yeah, I will tell you, that was a good call. He was right on that. That was an advantage on the ball handling just then. But again, I really would like to see more movement with West Warwick. I just see more movement of the ball.
Jess Hassel is here, your boss.
A great principal. She's done wonders here during an awful time with COVID running rampant the last 2 years.
In the meantime, Mark Woods deposits. Price called the glass.
Nice baby hook. You don't see many of those, John.
Tied at 13. Third tie of the game. Cordick. Yes.
Coach Hensa changed his defense to do a little 1-3-1 pressure, and Cordick made him pay for it.
Quinn Cordick now with 12 points. 12 of the 16. And the Wizards will get the ball back.
The senior is carrying these Wizards right now. It's sooner or later, someone else will help Quinn with the scoring. What's interesting is DeAndre Chase hasn't gone back in the game. I didn't check the fouls, but I'm wondering if he was in foul trouble.
I've got him for 2.
That's why the coaches have him sitting down.
It's Petrarca, Cordick, Swanson is back. Vanas and Maele. They missed an opportunity to trap right there. The Patriots did. Another 3-ball by Cordick, about 2 feet short. Petrarca.
Just a little bit out of his range.
Petrarca.
That was a little bit out of his range, but when you got the hot hand, to be honest with you, as a coach, you don't mind a shot like that.
And you draw the defender.
We are Westward. Or and black. Last time. We are Westward. Or and black.
Derek trying to work on Price here. 3-ball Maele. Yeah, falls. And Cordick again. I'm sorry. So it's a Quinn Cordick show with 15 points as we head to the final minute of play here at West Warwick. And it's a 19-13 game.
It's okay, I feel good. Well, I'll tell you, what a game for the senior. You know, West Warwick's lost 2 in a row, and they need to, get a victory here. And
15 for Quinn Cordick. It's 19-13.
Do you ever sit at home on the weekend with nothing to do? Check out Local Music Watch New England, your source for live local music, making local bands and venues publicly known. The group shares all of their information on their Facebook and website. Just search for Local Music Watch New England on Facebook or visit their website www.lmwne.webador.com. Local Music Watch New England, keeping an eye on local music so you don't have to.
Teen e-cig use, or vaping, is an epidemic, with 1 in 5 using them, but it's not safe for young people.
Our brains continue to grow until our mid-20s.
Nicotine use can change the way our brains grow, and not for the better.
The part of our brain that makes decisions, calculates risk, learns, and helps memory.
Plus, nicotine can hotwire our brains for other addictions.
Not water vapor, not harmless, and not cool.
Back at not Masnicki Field, good grief. Back at the Dan Sylvester gym. Wow. See what happens when you get old, Eric? We welcome you back. The Wizards leading the Pilgrim Patriots 19-13 behind 15 points by Quinn Cordick. 15 for Cordick, 2 for Derek Petrarca, 2 more for DeAndre Chase. 7 field goals, 4 of them three-pointers, all by Cordick. 1 of 1 from the line, 19 points for the Wizards. For Pilgrim, Soulier has 4. DJ Solito, averaging 17 points a game, has 1 point. 2 for Jaden Whedon, 3 for Colby Barker, 2 for Isaiah Price, 1 for Dan Hallowell. 4 field goals, 2 of them three-pointers, 3 of 7 for the line for the Patriots. They check in with 13 points. And the story of the game has been Mr. Cordick.
Oh, absolutely. Quinn has had a great shooting night. And you know what? West Warwick needs that because they're not getting production anywhere else. I think we're going to start seeing some scoring in the second half, though, from other players. Maeli's had some good games the last 3 games. He's scored in double figures. He's averaging 5 threes a game. Again, you can attribute that to some tough perimeter defense by Pilgrim and our lack of trying to, attack the basket. But on the other side, look for Solito to have a big second half. Good shooters may start off cold in this gymnasium, but after playing in here, the second half, they'll start to heat up. I think Coach Hentz is going to say, guys, you're doing a good job penetrating, but you got to be unselfish. Look for that open man. And hopefully we can get DeAndre Chase going. He picked up 2 early fouls. We didn't see him the whole second half because I think DeAndre can get the Pilgrim big guys in foul trouble because we've only been to the foul line once. And DeAndre is the type of player that can get people, in foul trouble. So hopefully we'll see that.
Kyle, how are you?
July 2nd birthday. I didn't know Sherry. Great.
Oh, yeah.
Long time no see. Deuce Fallon right here.
That's what you want, right?
Does she want to speak into the microphone? No.
Hi, Fallon.
Hey, that's the first time I've ever seen John speechless.
I know it. I know.
She and her sister Nellie are absolutely gorgeous, Kyle. Thank God they look like Mom.
How are your boys doing? They're men now. They're men. 27 and 24. You're helping them.
Kyle, that's 2 Kyle O'Connor mentions now in one broadcast.
He still looks like he's in shape where he can throw that fastball.
You'll stay in shape taking care of those twins, I'll tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's get back to how Pilgrim handles Quinn Cordick.
Oh, I will be shocked if Quinn receives the ball easily. I would say that first and foremost, they've got to make sure that they make things difficult for him. So it's going to be up to other Wizards to step up. I don't think Pilgrim will go into that zone half-court pressure that Coach Hensel went in. I think he's going to go back to tough, physical, man-to-man, and see where that takes him.
Do you devote one guy and play ball denial on Quinn?
I think he may just tell the defender, and the guy that covered him late, it was Solito, saying, look, you are the senior. You got a fellow senior that's dropped 15. You have to do a job of shutting him down. Because 19 minus 15, that's 4 more points for the Wizard. So take out the senior and see if other people can beat you.
Oh, that's right.
Now let's turn it around a little bit. You mentioned that Solito is due.
He did a good job of attacking the basket. He had some, and he had some perimeter shots go in and out. I just think he seems like he'll be the catalyst. Even in the first half, he seemed like the catalyst. He would give the ball up. He would take the shots. I didn't see him force many shots, went to the foul line a couple of times. And he's just such a good athlete. So I really, really think we're going to see Solito have a real good game. Second half. Good second half, excuse me. We have babies, twins coming to the box. So
Nellie and Fallon O'Connor. Yep.
Speaking.
Now, that happens all the time. We get everybody. We go to Coventry and do a game, Rich. And it's like old home week. People come riding through and they expect you to stop broadcasting.
I didn't realize Kyle and his wife had twins, because I was teasing my future daughter-in-law. I said, I have an idea for you. Why don't we just go with twins or triplets right away? And she said, I don't think so. I said, why not? You get it all done in one shot. And she didn't like that. And I said, but we do have twins in our family. I think she's still going to show up on May 21st, though. And a shout out to Caitlin's father, Kurt Blanchard, because he played for Pilgrim at one time. And if people really want to see some old-fashioned games, they can go to the Rhode Island Basketball Coaches Association website on YouTube. You'll see games where Coach Hensler played for the Hendrick and Hawks when they won championships. That's when I first knew about Sean Hensler. Very good defender back then. And if people want to, they can look at some classic games on our West Warwick Classic Games. I'm going to try to post some basketball and football games in the next week. So it's a good opportunity for people, because it's going to get colder out there. So if they don't feel like watching reruns of Criminal Minds or Law and Order, just jump on YouTube or see where John Ferrenti is, because you never know when you can listen to a game at night.
It's kind of like Where's Waldo of the Valley. You mentioned Sean Hensler playing for the Hawks. I go back a little bit further to his days at St. Francis de Sales, where he was playing CYO basketball and winning state championships before he moved on to Hendrick. And his mom, the late Sue Hensler, was a member of the Rhode Island General Assembly. And to increase the lineage, Sean Hensler's bride is the brother of the sister of Kevin McNamara, our former statistician who went on to great things with the Providence Journal and now has his own sports talk show on a station up in Providence.
I'm sure he was disappointed that Providence didn't play Creighton last night.
I turned on that game at 9:05, and I saw commercial after commercial after commercial.
Now COVID has hit Providence. It's unfortunate.
URI is supposed to be playing tonight as I start getting a feed on my headset, so we may be back on radio finally.
I don't hear anything.
Through the erstwhile efforts of Dave and Justin Wargett. So we may be ready. Maybe not. So meanwhile, the Patriots and Wizards have started quarter number 3. Mark Woods out to Colby Barker. In there along with Solito and Hallowell and Soulier. That's Hallowell with the ball guarded by Brady Maeli. Wizards have come out man-to-man. Near steal, Maeli springs Woods. Dave O'Connor will call it trial. It's a good call.
If I'm the West Warwick coach, I'm happy about that call. If I'm the Pilgrim coach, I'm not happy about that call.
Petrarca, Maeli, Kordick, Chase, and Vanas, the 5 starters, and they are giving a little special attention, trying to cool down Kordick.
With a lot of length covering Kordick right now.
It's Barker on him. Maeli lost it to a lot of hands. Solito looks deep. Oh, nice pass. Reached Barker for 2.
I love transition basketball. That was a good look. That's a good move by Coach Hensler. I thought he may go with the quickness of Solito, but having the big guy, Barker, cover him is a good move.
Chases fall away, makes it 21-15. DeAndre with 4. Woods, that's not his shot. They're giving it to him, too. He's not biting. Solito, good ball fake. Drew a double team, but missed the bunny. There's a nice running right-hander there by Maeli.
That was nice to see Brady go to the basket. If you're not going to get anything on the perimeter, go to the hoop.
Wizards by 8. Biggest lead of the game. Are we good? Hey, we're on radio. Welcome, everybody, on I-105.5 and 1450 AM. Get your headset on.
Did they plug me
with it.
I don't know if they can put me in.
Let's see.
I'm still hanging over there.
Now you should be ready.
I don't hear anything. I don't think I'm plugged in.
I hear you now. You're good.
No, I can't hear anything. Yep, that's mine right there.
Okay, so yeah, we need that audio.
Now I hear you.
Here's the Patriots 2 points.
Oh, much easier to talk to you now.
Yeah. Okay, now we'll do this. Here we go. All right, so we had a basket by Woods. And it's 23-17. Okay, so now we're into the simulcast. Download DeAndre Chase is double teamed and fouled.
You know, earlier on that DeAndre stat, I think Brady should have just given him the ball right away. They kind of delayed on that, so they didn't get a clean shot off. I'm still on that.
Yeah, we're still doing the handheld for TV, and we're doing the headsets for radio.
Oh wow. Okay, there's a lot of mics.
It'll drive you crazy.
You can't see this, but there's a lot of mics right now.
There's a lot going on. This is kind of like the old Wildcat roller coaster at Rocky Point.
I'm learning, but I'm sure you. Look at that.
Chase barrels in. That's what you were looking for from the start of the game.
I love his little baby hook. And Maeli and Chase, 4 points, help extend the lead to 8.
Yeah, Kordick hasn't scored yet. He's now overdue. Sulieta Woods. Ball falls free to Nate Vanas. Solito leading, getting up. Back the other way. Fall away Wood by Chase is good. Now it's DeAndre with 6 of the team's 8 points in the second half. 27-17 the score. 4:46 left to play third quarter. We'll check up with the radio people in a moment. Nice defensive play there by Solito. Didn't work. Petrarca comes back the other way and then gets fouled by Sulier. So for those of you who are just joining us on I-105.5 and 1450 AM, we will tell you that this was the Quinn Kordick show for the first half, scoring 15 of the team's first 18-19 points. And the Wizards grabbed the lead at halftime, and now they've got the ball with 4:35 left to play here in the third quarter. So the inbound comes to Derek Petrarca. I had to get the neighbor off the phone. On top of everything else, Maeli for 3, got it! Here comes Brady Maeli, 20, make that 30-17. The Wizards have ripped off 7 in a row. That was a travel that wasn't called. For those of you watching, Solito took a bus when he started at the top of the offense and got away with it.
He definitely took a bus. What I like right now is 9 points scored by the junior tandem of Chase and Maeli. That's going to really open up things for West Warwick going into the fourth quarter.
I really got to hand it to David Justin Horgan while we have the opportunity, simply because they just worked for about an hour to get us on the air on radio. Solito, there's the deposit down low. Didn't even look for the shot. I want to talk about that too. 3-point try is no good. The rebound taken down by Vanas. How a guy averaging 17 points a game can give up a 2-footer for a 20-footer is beyond me. Chase tried and missed. The rebound taken down by Whedon. Looks for Hallowell, who tries to keep it in bounds along the baseline and lost that.
You know, I know DeAndre was wide open on the baseline, but he had hit 2 nice shots in the paint. I would have rather see him drive to the basket. The worst scenario is he dishes it off to Petrarca or Maeli outside. Coach Hensler cannot be happy with this team. It seems like they're rushing through their offense right now. They're forcing some shots. They've just forced a pass down there. I didn't think that was going to happen, but again, they've been struggling this year. He's taking over a program that graduated, I think, 11 or 12 seniors, and they missed 10 days of the season. 10 days, valuable days because of, various things, one being COVID. So I'm sure that the Pilgrim team we're seeing now, 1 month from now, is going to be totally different.
Also lost a couple of games not on the court, but they've had cancellations against Tollgate and Tiverton, which came during that 10-day span. There's a little bit of rust.
A little full court pressure.
First time we've seen it from the Patriots. Petrarca, full court. Vanas starts his drive. Stopped nicely by Hallowell. Petrarca's got it, top of the circle. Miley's way outside. Brady will call an offense. Starts with left-hand dribble, goes to Chase, left post. Starts his drive and has to throw it away. Yeah, he did get pushed. Yeah, you might be off the bench on that one, Coach.
Yeah, and you know what? Chase just has to keep his composure, not be upset with that. He clearly was pushed from behind. Don't pick up a third foul.
Mason Link now in the ball game. There's Salido, and there's a three. Leading scorer for the Patriots with his first three ball of the night, his first basket of the night. At a time when they really needed it, they're now down by 10. Again, the pressure coming from Pilgrim. Petrarca to half court, got it to Vanas. He's trapped. Finds Maeli. Drives the lane right side. Dished it down low, and the ball goes out of bounds to the Wizards.
I'll tell you, definitely physical down there because there's a lot being let go.
This is why we're not engineers.
Henslow goes small. The two big guys are out. Whedon is all that's in there. Deep pass into the backcourt. Brings Petrarca. Dribble, drive, tricky dribble. Looks to Chase. Again, he barrels in, lays it up. There's that baby hook again.
Simple game, John. It really is simple. That's where Chase should be taking his shots. 6 third-quarter points.
Salido tried to work his way through two and get Vanas's arm on him. Wizards with their biggest lead. They've outscored Pilgrim 13-7 here in the second half thus far. Chase with 10, 8 of them in this period. Salido hits the free throw. Price comes back in the ball game for Pilgrim. Hallowell comes out.
For our TV viewers, one thing that you can look at after you break pressure is quick ball reversal. You should be able to find an opening. Oh, look at that.
Deep pass. Miley hits the three ball.
When I see us run our free throw break, I know Coach Sylvester is smiling above. That's something that I adapted, something Greg's doing, and they ran it perfectly.
And a foul away from the ball. This is going to be against Pilgrim. And it's on Salido. Nobody in very much of a foul difficulty situation now. Now we're down to 2:17 in the third. I think we've got 4 players with 2, and that's about it. Pilgrim again throws the heat on. Valot came in for the Wizards, picked up by Price, looks down low, lost the ball. It'll belong to West Warwick on the baseline to our left. While Pilgrim went small, West Warwick went as big as they possibly could. Inbounds Vanas, and he drew a foul. It was a good draw by Nate Vanas.
Yeah, I know Coach Kordick has been emphatic about using pump fakes. Nate hasn't been doing that, so I'm glad to see that Nate used a little up fake, and he's not going to go to the foul line now, so I guess that was on the floor. But I'm glad Nate did that.
They brought Barker into the ball game, but not before a three was hit by Miguel Valot. 38-22, Wizards by 16. Suddenly this has become a blowout. Baseline jumper won't fall. Rebound is controlled by Pilgrim. It's Vale who just came into the ball game for his first time, and a pass to Price was broken up and taken away by Derek Petrarca. 1:37 left to play. That ball has taken some weird and wild turns all night. Maeli looks from 27 and hits. Look at Brady Maeli. He's taken over where Quinn Kordick left off at the end of the first half. Vale down the lane. Dillon finds a low block. It's Price. Picked up by DeAndre Chase, so they have to swing it out again. Colby Barker sends it up top. Here comes to Salido. A couple of dribbles, and now he forgets the basketball. Gains it back. Kept the dribble going somehow. Now shovels a pass across court to Barker. He takes Fanas to the hole, and he's frustrated. That's one frustrated young man, Colby Barker is. And a foul is charged against the Wizards.
I know that Coach Kotick has to be happy with a 21-9 score in the third quarter. I mean, I felt that other guys would step up, and the two guys that I, felt would start to shoot with Chase and Maele, and that's with Quinn sitting down the last 3 minutes. He's got three guys that can score, and even Petrarca, he can score.
We saw Derek light it up in our first game here and had like 15 points in a quarter. Inside the final minutes of play here in the third, the Wizards leading by a bundle. 3-point try from the baseline is no good. Rebound by Woods, takes it to the floor, lets it fly. It will not go. The rebound tapped around, picked up by Soulier, who will put it off the glass and in.
Even we are getting away with a lot inside.
Dave O'Connor points at an unknown Patriot, number 14, who we don't have in the book. Foul is on him. I don't know if they brought him from the JV team or not.
Just got called for a hold.
Soulier and O'Connor in a discussion. The ball on the inbounds is thrown to the bench. A cross-court pass. Somebody zigged when they should have zagged, and Sandy Cintron of the Wizards threw it out of play. Was it touched? It might have been, yeah.
It was touched by the defender, so we've got a second shot at it.
Down to the final 37-1. I want to thank all of the patient sponsors we have, Timmy Williamson and Billy Murphy and Michelle Maele, who's here tonight. The folks at AJ's and Bill's and Boomerangs for the radio presentation of this game. Now a bump down low. And who's that down to the ground there, Rich?
It's Maele. He got hit hard.
Brady has been nursing a bad back since football season. And looks to be okay. But he took a knock. And Hallowell went over after the collision and helped him out. It's pretty cool.
Good sportsmanship.
Well, here comes Mr. Kordick back in the ball game. Did they miss him? No. 40-24. Wizards by 16 points here in the third quarter. DeAndre gives it up. Kordick for three more. Oh, yes. How do you get up off the bench after sitting for 4 minutes now and then throw in the first triple? It's crazy. There's a steal by Maele. 3-on-1.
Knocking him down all game. He's been knocking him down all game, but what a job by Chase. Chase did not force it. He drew Quinn's defender. Beautiful pass to the corner. Great job. And this game's turning into a blowout.
Soulier will call the offense. Wizards fall into a zone this time. That's Mark Woods. They swing it down the left side, and the shot is taken and missed. Partially deflected by Maele at the buzzer. We got a chance to take a break here for a moment, with the Wizards leading 43-24. 4 minutes. Brady Miley scores 11.
Yep.
It's like 3 segmented different games. Very interesting.
Well, the thing is, to be successful, you like to have 3 scorers. Although I think West Warwick has 4. But they've got a guard, a wing, and a forward. That's all you need is 3 scorers from those positions. And Pilgrim, they're just struggling offensively. West Warwick has been mixed from man to that zone defense, and I think the zone defense has been more troublesome for Pilgrim than anything tonight.
Sandy Cintron inbounds for the Wizards. It's Petrarca. Now they're going to call an offensive foul, either a moving screen, but it's going to be against DeAndre Chase. Probably not enough to send him to the bench with this 3rd foul.
No, not with a lead like this, 19-point lead. Coach Kordick wants to put this game away.
Chase went for a steal, and a travel is going to be called on Carter Clifton. And the Wizards get the basketball. Sloppy game has turned into a little bit of something for the Wizards, a little bit better something for the Wizards. Side post pass, DeAndre Drew 2, gets it back out to Miley, thought about it. Off on the left it goes to Petrarca. He's picked up by Soulier, shakes Soulier, gets it back into the corner, and the running right-hander is a pass. And then a 3-point try is a little bit short. Pilgrim fights for the rebound with 4 players on the ball, and is taken away by the Patriots. All right, Hallowell fought about it, starts his drive from the wing left side, puts it up over Chase, and scores.
That was a nice athletic move to the basket just then.
43-26 for the radio audience. The Wizards leading by 17 points. We played 1 minute of the 8 left in the game. That means there are 7 minutes left, gang. Here's Chase again. Jump pass into the baseline area. Comes back up. Miley hits another 3. Brady Miley is en fuego. That is just so good to see.
John, I don't want to say I told you so, but Miley's just been on such a great run the last 3 games.
Lead from Petrarca to Chase. DeAndre picked up by Woods. Another jump pass, this time to Cintron, who misses. And the rebound pulled back out by the Wizards. Miley for 3 more. Got it! Brady Miley is throwing some balls that defy description.
10 threes for the Wizards, and I'm certainly, underneath my mask, I have a big smile.
As well you should. Sean Hensler wants to know how this could possibly happen, what the juice is that went in that locker room that Kordick gave Miley.
Wow. I'm just going to tell you, what the Wizards are doing, it's starting with DeAndre Chase. His unselfishness, he's drawing defenders, passing it out, and then there was a good ball reverse. Then another time down, same scenario, Derek Petrarca gets a hustle rebound. He has no reason to get a rebound like that, so Coach Hensler shouldn't be happy about that. He throws that one back out. Wide open, Miley hits that 3. So I just like the way the Wizards are moving the ball. They're unselfish right now. And, you know, when you get it going, you can throw anything up. I could see Miley shooting it from the orange soon.
49-26, the Wizards leading by 23 points. Hey, we've got this team against Shea on Tuesday night. Rich will be here. I'll be here. Johnny Booth will be around. Who knows who else will be here? Shot missed off the inbounds by Hollowell, and the rebound to the Wizards again. Now Kordick is back in the game. Quinn gives it to Brady. He wants another one. This one from 27. It's a little bit wide left. Rebound Cintron. Nice look. Layup is up and good across the key by Ivan Lenahan.
Ivan really could be an X factor for the Wizards moving on. He was out for a week because he was sick, but he's a tall senior. He could help the Wizards a lot off the bench, especially in the 4th spot.
Mark Woods gets so upset with the call that he thought he was going to hum the ball at me. I was ready. Soulier will inbound. Kordick guarding him. Gets the ball to Clifton. Back it goes to Bianchi, who just came in. Now down low, Woods. Power drive, laid it in.
Good move by the junior. Coach Hensler must be working on those big man moves with him.
51-28, double team on the ball carrier, Kordick. Wizards finally fumble the ball to Chase. Into the corner it goes. Lenahan hits three. Look at Ivan Lenahan. He's got 5 now.
X Factor. He's going to turn into the X Factor for the Wizards.
54-28. Down low, Woods' little fall-away jumper is good. Will it count? Freddie Haben says yes. And the foul is going to be called against the Wizards.
Yeah, I mean, the Wizards right now, I mean, they're getting double figures from their 5, which is Chase. They're getting double figures from Kordick and Maile. And again, Kordick's been playing a lot of wing, but he'll play point also. And Petrarca, I think he's averaging about 8 points a game now, but on any given night, he can score double figures. It's that 4-man. If they could get about 10 points with a combination of a couple of players, that's really going to help the Wizards moving forward.
Woods will go to the line to try to complete the conventional 3-point play. The Wizards have Lenahan and Chase on the low blocks. There's no need to rebound. The shot was good by Woods. Thank you, cheerleaders. 54-31. What do you do when 15 girls in unison ask you to rebound or demand you rebound the basketball? Centron will back it up. Kordick near half court. He may as well shoot it from there. We're down to the final 4:48. Kordick tricky dribbles. Quinn takes it to the left side. Quinn looks around, gets it back out to Cintron. Trying to work on Whedon. Chase at a pick. Tried to force it in. Pilgrim's up with the ball. They got a 3-on-2. The Patriots go through the hole. And an offensive foul is going to be called here on DJ Salito, who you really have to feel for because he just has been so frustrated all game.
Kordick is grabbing his arm, though. But another pickup for a charge for Kordick. I really should have had them sign a contract before the season. I mean, Kordick was living in the Kordick household. There should be some type of reward. He's giving his body up left and right. I will tell you, the last 4 minutes, I mean, the Wizards are up 23. Coach Kordick wants them to run offense right now. Don't be selfish. Run your plays, and then also see who can help you down the stretch. Can an Ivan help you a little more? Can a Sandy Cintron help you a little more?
Must have been a technical foul called. Brady Maile uncharacteristically missed them twice. Maybe you should start shooting his free throws from the top of this foul circle.
Well, you know, Brady has been shooting close to 78%, so we'll let that go right now.
4:34 left to play. Inbounds to Kordick. He shook off Mason Link. Pilgrim drops everybody back. Kordick to the right side. Chase powers in, lays it home. 56-31, the big guys in double figures. Now back the other way. Barker thinks about it. Challenges, shoots a 3. Misses wide left. Riley was guarding him. The rebound controlled by Kordick. Here come the Wizards for the final 4 minutes of the game. They lead by a bushel. Riley's outside. Picked up by Vale. Has nothing, sends it back out to Kordick. They were in no rush. Kordick asks DeAndre Chase for a pick. He obliges. Now Kordick in turn sets a pick for Maile. Comes to half court. Brady starts. Brady looks around. Brady head fakes. Brady goes down the lane, laid it off to the right. And the ball was tipped away by the Patriots.
I felt that Chase was wide open about 20 seconds ago, and he was visibly frustrated. He had his guy pinned down so well at the post.
3 on the shot clock. They go the alley-oop, and the inbounds pass to Chase, and he scores.
Yeah, that's a play that we've run over the years. I'm glad to see them execute that one.
Let's go, defense!
Back the other way, Barker. And a timeout call by Sean Hensler. 3:21 left to play. I got to bring Dave Horgan in for a second. Just a second. Usually that means trouble. First of all, thanks for doing all this tonight.
It was our honor.
You're no longer perspiring. You were before.
Yes, I was. But thanks to Chris, we were able to get back.
Leave it to El Supremo to get us done. So first time here in the West Warwick gym. Impressed?
Like the cheerleaders scared me. So other than that, we're doing pretty good.
There's a state championship pedigree among these West Warwick cheerleaders, right, Rich? Year after year after year after year.
Game day cheerleading, or whether it's the tournament that the competitive in the spring, we just seem to win all the time. Coach Kordick, when he goes to AD meetings, they tease him and tell him that he's the Hendricken / Mount St. Charles of cheerleading.
Go West Warwick. Come on, Wizards. Come on, boys. Go West Warwick. Let's go, Quinn. Go offense. Come on, boys. Come on, West Warwick. Go West Warwick.
Here come the Patriots. Barker had to look, threw it back up top to Dylan Vale. Vale picked up by Cintron, moves on the left wing for a jump shot taken by Vale. It's missed. Rebound taken down by the Patriots. Now it's Mason Link off to Barker. Wants a triple. It won't go. Price goes over the back of Quinn Kordick. And they're going to call the foul on Price. I guess you can count that one as draw number 3 for Quinn Kordick.
Yeah, and we're going to see some young players come in the game along with Nate Vanasse. The Jaden Hall, the brother of Terrell Shelton. He's a 9th grader, has a lot of promise. You've got Dominic Mesnicki coming in, Dylan Viveros, two good sophomores. I think they're going to have a good future with Coach. But a well-deserved exit for Maeli and Chase. They were absolutely dominant in the second half.
Quinn trying to end his night at 20 points. Has just hit his first free throw. That gives him 19. He'll get a curtain call as Hall will come in for him if he gets this free throw. He's down, it's up, and it will not fall. So Quinn gets a few extra seconds. Barker gets the basketball with 2:26 left to play in the ball game. Vale on the left. Gave it off to Link. They work the perimeter. They throw to Price. Price triple team for the moment. Then one of the Wizards released. Masnicki released. And he went for the basket, missed the shot, and the Wizards we're going to get some free throws here. This hasn't been as sloppy as a pig farm, but the final 2 minutes promise to be that way.
And that is, a happy coach and a proud father. Quinn had a solid game today. I still think his father should be rewarding him for those the pickups of charges.
Greg will tell you, he's giving him a place to sleep. What more could he want?
Look, if he told him he couldn't sleep there, he'd have a problem with his wife. I am right now. I want an Applebee's certificate, something for Quinn. Quinn needs to talk to me as his lawyer. I'll write up the contract, have his father sign it, and then Quinn will get rewarded for using his body like that. Let's face it, he was on the floor a half a dozen times tonight.
31, the Wizards by a bundle. Whedon gave it off for a three-point try that was missed by Vale. They've been absolutely miserable from three-point land tonight. Actually don't have an awful lot of baskets, the Patriots tonight. Hall goes down the lane, gets tied up, and possession arrow is going to be in the Patriots' favor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 4 baskets for the Patriots tonight. Only one by their leading scorer, DJ Solito. Down to the final 100 seconds.
For Pilgrim, John, it's not a long way home.
Price wiggles one home. Isaiah's fourth points of the night. That cuts the string of 9 in a row by the Wizards and makes it 61-33. Hall changes hands on the dribble, gets to the baseline. Lanahan will drive, goes down the lane, and on the floor there's a foul. And a technical foul here against the Patriots. Dave O'Connor served T to Dylan Vale. That's simply frustration there.
It's been very frustrating the whole second half, and you got to look at what you have. Again, this is it really is a young Pilgrim team. They do have some seniors, but they have a lot of new varsity players, and tonight they had a rough night of it. Hopefully they'll turn it around. This foul shooting of the Wizards, though, this is one thing that coach can at least work on tomorrow because he's got a road game on Friday.
Ross missed the first, missed the second.
Well, Nate's getting some practice right now.
He'll get a third.
Look at that. 1 for 3.
And he'll get another. We could be here all night.
Look at that.
So 2 on the tech, 2 on the foul. The Wizards are up by 30.
Come on, boys. Go, West Warwick.
Hall, who wins the Funky Boots Award for the night with that fluorescent orange stuff.
They were trying to run the flex offense, but they broke down after 2 passes just then. Oh. Flex offense again. Good job. Oh, nice pass. If Ed Cooley was watching, he'd have a smile on his face. That was a beautiful run of the flex offense and a great pass into Ivan Matz and Lanahan.
Come on, boys. Let's go defense.
There's a foul line jumper missed by Clifton and the rebound controlled by the Wizards. Shot clock is off. They can dribble the game out here. And probably will. A good night for the West Warwick Wizards with 3 dominant performances. The first chapter was Quinn Cordix. The second was DeAndre Chase. The third one was Brady Maeli. And that'll do it for this one. The Wizards win by 32 points. Your final in 3 seconds. West Warwick 65. The Patriots 33.
I think that's one of the first times I've ever seen the kids walk off the court as the time was running out. Well, I was waiting to hear the buzzer, and I look up at the clock. That's going to be the first time ever.
Well, we've got a little bit to talk about here, Coach Springer. Talk about how we had a wild ride getting on. The handheld while we kept our headsets on waiting for the radio game to start. And you learned a lot about how radio operates when it's in crisis mode.
Look, I have a motto, though, just to say this. When you have Eric White around, things seem to go right. They do.
You're a poet, you don't know it.
Oh, I know it.
Well, your feet show it. They'll love it.
Lanahan had one.
They credited a lot with the 3.
Okay.
I don't know when they did.
But that may be the season high for 3s for the Wizards.
That's why Greg won't give him a bonus award because he simply missed that last free throw.
If Quinn literally carried his team in the first half and then all of a sudden things just flowed for the other two scorers. I'll tell you, West Warwick needed this win. They had lost a 3-pointer to Middletown when they had the lead here last week. They lost a tough 5-pointer to North Providence. To get this win and the way they did it at home, it's got to give the kids confidence heading into Rogers on Friday. That is not an easy place to play. That's a very difficult place to play. So at least the kids have some confidence heading there. And worst scenario is they'll be 3-3 in league play to begin the season if they suffer a tough game at Rogers.
West Warwick outscored the Patriots 24-13 from the floor. Of those 24, 12 were from three-point land.
Yeah, well, I mean, they just lit it up in the second half. Cordic took advantage of some openings, and then when there was half-court pressure late in the second quarter, again, Cordic took care of that. And then in the third quarter, it was just that we did a good job of drawing defenders and finding the open man. So, again, I think this is going to help the kids moving forward. And to games, because this is not a game. I'm sure Warwick was reasonably knowing that the kids have put their foot forward and they were able to let down this win tonight.
Here's the scoring in the game just completed. For Pilgrim to win it on thus far. He was 1 of 4 from the line for 6. Defensively held 1 back, averaging 15 points a game. 3-pointer, 3-4 from the line, up with a 6.9 points for big play. Colby Barker. Ian Woods, all timber on the team, combined for 14 points. Woods had the other 9. All of them in the second half, 4 field goals, 1 of 1 from the line. Hallowell had 1 field goal and a free throw for 3. Price had 2 buckets for 4. 13 field goals, 5 from the line, 33 points. For the Wizards, a couple of free throws. The 3-point night for Miguel Bolot. Nate Vanas came up with a couple of free throws. He was 2 of 4. 6 of 11 from the Derek Rocca didn't really have to score tonight. He did his job evaluating the basketball.
Be a facilitator. Make sure you get your team into offense. I don't care what it says in the and Derek did a nice job of not turning the ball over.
It was points, a couple of throws toward the end. And then you've got the big scorers. Quinn Cordic finished from 19.6 field goals, 5 of them 3-pointers, 2 of 3 from the line for 19. Brady McAlley had everything in the second half. 5 threes, 1, 2, 17 points. DeAndre Chase, 12 of his 14 in the second half. On 7 floor baskets, a lot of them in that pile driver or layup, but he's got that little baby hook.
He helped us last year. I matched him up with Alex Johnson, who had a great year. But DeAndre had some great moments as a sophomore. There is no question in my mind. No, he's not 6'4", but he's got a nice wide body, and he can take over a game in that paint. That baby hook he has is unblockable. And the way this kid passes the ball from the paint, one of the best passing big men that we have had at West Warwick in the last 3 years. So I like things running through DeAndre because he's so unselfish. And I just think West Warwick has all the ingredients to win more than half of their games in league play and get into the playoffs again this year. I just see it. And this was a big game for them. I know Pilgrim was struggling, and I know Pilgrim's 1-4. But you know what? The psyche of the kids from West Warwick, I don't know if they were feeling great coming in, but now they're going to feel great stepping out of the gym.
This roller coaster of a ride